Canlı yayında oturum açtınız. Canlı yayında oturum açtınız.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me and see me? Okay, welcome our fourth lesson. We are almost finishing our lessons. Last days. Okay, how are you today? As I mentioned yesterday, today we will study in English. Of course, if you don't understand, I can tell in Turkish too. How are you? What do you think about it? Okay. Okay. Trying to survive. like me. And tomorrow is my dying day. Because I have, through these lessons, if I add them, I have 11 lessons for tomorrow. 11. So I will die like that. Yes. Okay. Yes, very, very much. Thank you. Okay, let's start with something. Uh, did you memorize them? I'm not memorize them. I'm not sure, but we will use them in the sentences, so you can see how can we use this conjunctions. Okay, so you should know the meaning here. Although, despite, due to, in order to, but, because, as long as soon as, therefore, according to, these are our conjunctions. And if you had a time, you could memorize, but if you don't, that's okay. We can repeat here. Let's start with the first one. First one. Blah blah blah. I studied hard. I failed. I don't know why. Which one is correct for here? Yes, although is correct here. Why? Because although is used for opposite meanings. For example, studying hard and failing. Two opposite situation together. So there is a negative result, right? Negative result. So yes, the meaning is okay here. And also, when I look at it, this is a sentence. This is a sentence. I should know meaning and I should know using too. Although takes a sentence after it. Okay, although takes a sentence. I can speak. Sentence. So I'm writing although here. That's correct. Two, I studied hard, blah blah blah. I failed. I don't know why. I studied hard. I failed. I don't know why. Here again, negative result, opposite things together, and I am combining them at the middle. So I should write but, although, or but. Okay. I studied hard, but I failed because there's a blank at the middle. So I should use but here. Three, I don't know why I studied hard and I failed. Which one is okay here? No, we use although, and despite is used with what? There is a sentence. It's a sentence. I can't use despite here. I don't know why. There's an explanation, right? Why I don't know. I'm explaining myself. I'm giving details. So which one is okay? Because. Because is better here. Because I explain something, right? I give details. Because I studied hard and I failed. I don't understand. I don't know, like that, okay? Explanation. For blah, 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 you love me, I never leave you. Condition, right? Like if you love me, I never leave you. Like the condition, and there's a result. So, as long as, okay? 5, Blah, 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 all my efforts, I failed. Very good. Now look at meaning. Efforts and failing. Opposite things. Opposite. And you look at the using. The using is different from the first one. So despite is correct here because this is not a sentence. This is a noun. So I should write despite here. Despite all my efforts. 6. Blah, blah, blah. All my efforts, I succeeded. Here, there is a positive result. So effort and success, they are going similar, right? So I choose which one? Due to. Yes, due to. 7. I studied hard, blah, 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 succeed. There's purpose. And just one thing is used with that situation, that condition. What is it? Just one thing is used like that. In order to. Why? In order to takes verb 1. Okay, this is verb 1. It takes verb 1. I studied hard in order to succeed. Succeed. There's a purpose. This is my aim. So I studied hard because of this reason. 8. She will call me, blah, blah, blah. She arrives in Antalya. As soon as, yes. As soon as, because I'm talking about time here. As soon as she arrives in Antalya, at that time, similar times, they are so near, she will call me, okay? Close time, so I use as soon as. 9. I need to go to school tomorrow. I need to wake up early. Therefore, of course, therefore, because I write a sentence. I write full stop, then I start a new sentence. And I should combine them, combine their meaning through transition. What is it? Therefore. And I'm talking about the reason, maybe. I'm talking about what should I do about this situation. So, therefore is okay here. Last one. Blah, 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 scientists, time is an illusion. According to scientists, right? According to scientists, in their opinion, it means time is an illusion. Okay. Do you have any question here? No? Okay. I'm skipping this. Okay, this is very easy subject. Maybe you are familiar with this. Would like. What is would like? It is same with want, actually, right? Want. Would like and want. They are same, but there is a small difference. What is it? Using is different. Because, for example, you are at a restaurant, you are in the working environment, in a company, you are speaking with a foreign people, you don't know him or her. So instead of want, you should use would like. Why? It is more polite than want. You are explaining yourself in a more polite way. Okay, you are explaining a kinder way. Okay, kind, polite, and formal language. Formal. Okay, if you don't know someone, you can speak in a what's polite way. So this is would like is like that. So you should use want. Sometimes yes, that's okay. But if you don't know the person, you should use would like. Okay, would like that. And would like is different from want because we can make it negative itself and we can make it question itself. We don't have to use any other time expressions. For example, don't, doesn't, or what else? Will, like that. Okay. Instead of them, we are giving this in general meaning, and we are using this its own structure. Would like. We can make it question like that. Would you like some blah blah blah, or I wouldn't like blah blah blah. Okay. Instead of want, this is a structure. This is not a verb, but we are using them in the same meaning. But we have to be careful about something. If we want something, we are using something. If we want another thing, we use something. Let's see, I will explain with this. Look at the sentence. If you want to do something like using want, same using, you should write to here because there is a verb. Would you like to eat something? To eat something, okay? There is a verb after would like. If there is a verb, I should write to because I should separate the verbs, okay? Would like and eat, I should separate them. But if there is no verb after would like, I shouldn't write to. This is not correct. I'm writing would like and I'm bringing something after it directly. I can't write anything else. Let's see the examples. I would like a sandwich. As you see, I'm not writing to here because sandwich is a noun. I'm writing it directly. I shouldn't write here to. But if I mean to eat, there's a verb, I should write to. I would like to eat sandwich. Meaning is same, okay, but there's an action and there's no action. I would like that dress. Okay, dress is noun. I'm writing it directly. But if I would like to wear that dress, I'm writing to. Would like and wear. So different verbs, and I should write to. I would like a piano. Okay. But if I mean playing, so I should write to. I would like to play piano. I write to here. Clear? Okay. We will use this rule for the other things too. Preferences. What is preference? Let's see. If I have two things, okay, I have two things, and I choose one of them, okay, I choose just one of them. Instead of both of them, I am choosing just one. So I don't choose the other thing, but I want to give both of them in the same sentence. So I'm using prefer here. Prefer as a verb. This is my verb. But when I use prefer, I should obey a rule in my sentence. I should give what I prefer and I should give what I don't prefer at the same time. So I have a structure to explain myself in a clear way. How can I make this? Let's see. I'm writing prefer first because this is my verb. And then if I prefer a noun, if my choices are a noun, I write noun directly, like would like something. This is structure, same thing. Prefer something. Prefer noun. It takes a noun. And the first noun is my choice. I choose this. Okay, I like this. I choose this. And then I'm writing to because I should separate what I don't choose. So the second one is coming here. Second noun. I don't choose this second noun. I don't like it. But I'm giving them in a sentence. So first noun to second noun. All right, this is my preference. I prefer romantic novels to detective novels. I'm writing romantic novels first because it's my choice. Then I should separate my choices to each other. I'm writing two for it. Then I'm writing what I don't choose. Detective novels, I don't like it. My preference is romantic novels. Look at it. These are nouns. But if I want to talk about an action, how can I explain myself? I'm writing the same structure. There is no difference. We already knew this. What is the structure? If we want to. If we want a verb to make it a noun, how can we make it? Verb to noun. How can we change this? Verb to noun. We already know this. Yes, verb ing, right? We are adding ing to our verb. So our verb is a noun actually right now. All right. So we are applying this rule here. Same rule actually. If there is an action, you can make it. Write the action first, but in verb ing form. Please change your verb in verb ing form. Then you're writing first action as your choice. Prefer verb ing. Then you should write the same thing again. You are writing two because you need to show that you are choosing the first one. And second one is not your choice and it's again an action. And you need to write it in verb ing form again. I prefer reading a book, reading, to watching a TV. Can you see? Reading, watching. And I separate them with two. Verb ing to verb ing is my formula. And if I don't want to add any ing on my verb, I don't want it. I want to write it directly. So how can I make this? I should separate my main verb, prefer, to the other verb. So I'm writing to here firstly. Prefer to verb 1. Prefer to verb 1. But I can't write second to here because it's complicated, right? It's so, how can I say it? It is not okay here. Instead of this, I should write rather than to separate my choices. To, firstly, then I write my first choice, then I separate my second choice with rather than. Then I write verb 1. To verb 1, rather than verb 1. My father prefers to eat meat. This is the choice. Rather than eat vegetables. Can you see? I can't write second to here. Instead of it, I'm writing rather than. And I should write to after prefer because I should separate prefer and verb 1 to each other if I don't want to make my verb in verb ing form. All right, if I wish, I can make it that one. There's no difference. Meaning is the same, no difference in meaning. Okay, you can use. Which one is easier for you? You can use this. Okay, that's not a problem. And which prefer? Which prefer is actually the same again. But if there's a question to you, would you prefer blah, blah, blah? You should answer this question with would prefer. This is just a rule. Okay, instead of would prefer, you can use prefer to, or if you want, you can use would prefer. There's no meaning difference. But you should obey a rule. If you use would prefer, you should just write a verb after it, verb 1. You can't use noun after would prefer. Meaning is the same, but using is different. I would prefer to stay at home. That's okay. I'm writing to and I'm bringing verb one. And also, I give another information about this. You can just give one preference with prefer to, like that. Okay, would prefer or prefer. You can give just one choice. That's okay. I prefer chocolate, for example. That's okay, no difference. Okay, you can use this again. But if you use would prefer, you can't use chocolate. I would prefer chocolate. No, that's not okay. Instead of, you should write an action. And which structure you should use? Would prefer to verb one. Or if you compare them in one sentence, would prefer takes to verb one rather than verb one. The same structure here, okay? Like the last one, you should use would prefer. I would prefer to stay at home rather than go out. Prefer to stay at home rather than go out is my structure. No, Emine, here. There's no would here. You can use here too. Clear? Okay, I'm speaking slowly actually. Is it fast? Okay. Do you need more explanation for it? Is it clear? Turkish explanation? No, Beyza, we can't use. All right. Let's make some practice. Here. Let's start with first one. I prefer blah, blah, blah. And I have choices. Homemade food, fast food. I choose homemade food because it is written first. So, which structure I should apply this? I prefer homemade food to fast food. Very good. Homemade food to fast food. Okay, second one. I prefer blah, 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 climb the mountain and swim. First one is my choice. Climb the mountain, my choice. How can I write this? Okay, I prefer climbing the mountain to swimming. I put ing. I prefer climbing the mountain to swimming. Climbing, swimming. I should write two. Three. There is something rather than. I should obey a rule. They prefer They prefer live. They prefer, I can't write live directly. To live. They prefer to live Ankara rather than move to Istanbul. You can't write ing here. There's rather than. They prefer to live in Ankara rather than move to Istanbul. To live, move to. Rather than move to. Okay. For I would prefer blah blah blah. Just one choice and I apply just one rule. I would prefer to make a cake. To make a cake. 5 and the last one. I would prefer to drink cook rather than drink milk. I would prefer to drink cook rather than drink milk. Very good. In your daily life, whatever you want, which one is easier for you, you can use it. There is no difference between them. Because there is rather than, I can't write second two here. I would prefer to drink cook rather than drink milk. That's all. I can change anything. No difference, because there's no difference between them. They are same. If there's a question like, would you prefer blah, 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 you should answer this question with would prefer. That's all. Yes, play at home. Okay. Are you ready? I have a surprise for you. Are you ready? Okay. How is your listening? It's great. Okay. So, pretty good. Okay, let's make a survey. But first, I change my slide. Okay. We will make listening practice. We will make listening practice. And I will make a survey with you. Okay. A is I am great. E is I am worst. I am the worst. I don't understand anything is E. So give a point for you. A, I am great. E, I am the worst. Which one? Join the survey, please. A or E? Oh, self-confident. Join, please, others. Join. 7 to 9 people, we are here. Join. A is great, E is bad. Oh, just one E. Just one E. Okay, here are results. Okay. Let's see. Just a second. I should open my... Where is it? Okay, please look at questions while I'm searching for my text. I find. All right. I will read a text for you. Okay, I will read a text for you. And you will answer these questions. Okay, you will answer these questions. But Please, before the reading, before the listening, actually, please look at the questions. Always, if you have any listening exam, if you will enter any other exam, you should look at questions first because questions are giving information about the text. You can take some clues about the text, and you should understand what you should listen or what you shouldn't listen. All right, so look at them and focus on according to the questions. If you don't know, I will give some vocabularies for here. Produce is creating something, making new thing. All right, produce. Gesture is face, moving about your face, face expressions. Okay, this is gesture. Tradition. What is tradition? For example, Turkish tradition. In Turkish tradition, we are eating so oily. We are eating. We are kissing our hands. This is our tradition. Yes, tradition. Identify. What is identify? Describing something, giving detail about something. Yes. Now, Fehmican, this is identity. But here, identify. This is a verb. Okay, let's look at the questions. What does the text tell us about? What does Ray Birtwistle claim? How many body movements are there? I'm catching a number here. I understand that. What is the relation of symbols and gestures? So I should find a connection between them. How do Japanese people refer to self? What about when I look at the Japanese people? Symbols, gestures. Ray Birtwistle, who is he or she? I don't know. Or body movements, for example. I catch something, so I should focus on these questions while I'm listening. Okay, I read twice. If you don't understand first time, you have another chance. But please don't write an answer. Okay, when I ask, start answering later, okay? I'm starting. Are you ready? Okay, I'm starting. Not only the eyes and face, but also the head, hands. I'm starting again. I'll make it bigger. Not only the eyes and face, but also the head, hands, legs, and feet have communication information. According to Ray Birtwistle, body has a language and it is called kinesics. He claims that 70 body movements produce a meaning and they create a communication. While some researchers find it uncertain, there is a general agreement on some points. Symbols have carried information for centuries in different cultures. We can identify the symbols as gestures. Like spoken language, gestures make a connection, but it is influenced by traditions and cultures. For example, most people refer to self by pointing at their chest, while Japan people put a finger to the nose. This is the first time. I'm repeating right now. I'm starting. Not only the eyes and face, but also the head, hands, legs, and feet have communication information. According to Ray Birtwistle, body has a language and it is called kinesics. He claims that 70 body movements produce a meaning and they create a communication. While some researchers find it uncertain, there is a general agreement on some points. Symbols have carried information for centuries in different cultures. We can identify the symbols as gestures. Like spoken language, gestures make a connection, but it is influenced by traditions and cultures. For example, most people refer to self by pointing at their chest, while Japan people put a finger to the nose. Okay, finish. First question. Write in English, please. What does the text tell us about? General meaning here, main idea. What is the main idea? Make a full sentence. Full sentence, there's no word. No word answer. Sentence. Okay, body language, but what kind of body language? You should give detail. For example, it's explaining like that kind of thing. My hand is like that, so it means you are so respectful person. No, that's body language, yes, but it's not talking about this thing. Mustafa, you are right. The text tell us about difference between culture, difference of body language between the cultures. Very good. Tradition, very good, Sarah. Rabia, very good. Okay, the keyword here, tradition, culture, these are keywords, okay? Not three, two. What does Raybert whistle claim? What does Raybert whistle claim? No, this is not a number here. This is not number question. Raybert whistle claim what? Can you catch this? John doesn't understand. Okay. There is another keyword here. Mustafa, you are right again. Very good listening. Good skills. Kinesics. He claims that body has a language and it is called kinesics. So good. Mariam Perfect defined kinesics as the study of body motion. What is it, Mariam? You are searching Google it? You Google it, I think. Bird whistle claims body movements produce meaning. Yeah, you're right. Actually, right. But you should give the keyword. What is it? Kinesics, or I'm not sure about this term. Kinesics, kinesis, maybe it's pronounced in that way. All right, very good. 3. How many body movements are there? I'm sure you understand this. Yes. Okay, 70 body movements. That's okay. 4. What is the relation of symbols and gestures? What is the relation of symbols and gestures? Very good. Carry information about culture. Symbols have carried information. Gestures make a connection. So good as that. Gestures are body movements, symbols. Yeah, they have a connection. The main point is actually what? Culture. Culture, and these are their connection part. Okay, last one. How do Japanese people refer to self? How do Japanese people refer to self? Okay, good. You catch the meaning. They are putting their hand on noise. They are showing their noises. Okay, put a finger to the noise. Okay. All right. Okay. Our text is actually here, but it has some grammatical mistakes. Don't focus on it. It has some mistakes, vocabularies or the other things, but I read something else. So you can check your answers and you can try to look at it again. Now I want to talk about some suggestions. Okay, this is our listening practice, but maybe you don't understand anything. That's so normal. That's so normal because maybe you don't like this text. Okay, maybe it's not for you. Okay, this is so complicated. This is so boring for you, maybe. You are not interested in this text. It depends on this. In order to be sure about this, you should make more practices. I have some suggestions for it. If you want to develop your listening skills, you should watch TED Talks. You can write it on YouTube. You can find so many videos, TED Talks. But you should watch it without subtitle. If you don't understand, watch it with English subtitles. Okay, use English subtitles. Okay, don't use Turkish. If you use in TV series, movies, any Turkish subtitle, this is not so useful for you. You don't get any benefit from it. Okay, you should use English subtitle. And you should, for example, what's your favorite TV series on Netflix or the other things? What's your favorite series or movie? Series, actually. Dark. Dark is not okay because its language is German. I don't know this. I don't watch them. How I Met Your Mother. Okay, I know this. So I can give this suggestion for you. How I Met Your Mother. You can watch this because I know this language. In English, you can watch this in English subtitles. You can understand it clearly. But for example, Barney's some speech are not okay for you because you have different tradition from it. So you find it very difficult to understand sometimes. That's so normal. Don't focus on it. Okay? Instead of it, you can watch this. Yes, Orphan Black. If you want to learn new vocabularies, you should watch this Orphan Black. You can learn so many new vocabularies and you can learn new pronunciations, new accents. Okay, this is so important. For example, you say Prison Break, Breaking Bad, these are very good series. Yes, I agree with you, but these are carrying so slang words, slang language, okay? So street language, okay? You can't understand when you watch it in English, or you can sometimes, it is so, it may be so difficult for you, so you shouldn't start with them, all right? Don't focus on it. French is my favorite, of course, but it is not so easy language. Right. Fringe is my favorite series. It's so old like that, but you can watch it. It's not on Netflix. Maybe you can find, but you can learn new vocabularies. And if you like science fiction, you can watch it in very curious way. You can follow this. No, it's so easy, Mariam, actually. Without Netflix, you can find. But you should download. This is illegal things. And that Stranger Things. Nobody writes it, but I can suggest that Stranger Things. This language is very good. You can understand everything with Stranger Things. You can follow this. Lucifer is okay, but it is not so easy. But you can watch it if you follow in English. If you want to learn daily language, the series is so stupid actually. But you can learn new vocabularies and daily language. You can understand what are they speaking in daily life. You can catch daily things. But it is so stupid. Maybe you don't like it. Okay, so stupid thing. Game of Thrones, that's okay. You can watch. Game of Thrones is okay. Okay, these are my suggestions, and also I can give some resources for you if you are preparing for an exam, for example, YDS. You can use this publishings. YDS Publishing, LS, SL, LS, and DICO. You can use them. More suggestion. I don't remember anything. Do you have any question? Do you need any suggestion? Ceren, you should upload on the website. Uzan, you should upload it. Yes, Feyza, this is our purpose. You should watch every series with English subtitles. Book suggestion. Let me choose something for here. I can give this. Or I can give this. All right. These are Frankenstein. Maybe you know it, but you can read it easily. This is Engin Yayın Evi, Engin Publishing. The language is easy, you can understand. And also, if you don't like reading so much, there's a short story. This is Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. I read something about it today. The pronunciation, duty. So I remember from it. The Call of the Wild, actually, not duty. You can read this. The Call of the Wild. The Call of the... Wait a second. The Wild. That's okay. All right. But you should take them, in my opinion, from Engin Publishing, because, for example, I can show this page. Where is it? For example, in the pages, you can find these explanations, vocabulary explanations. Of course, in English, you can find them. Okay? These are so helpful for learning English, in my opinion. Turkish to English is better. Yes, thank you, Mehmet. Okay, if you know question. If there is no question, we can finish. And I want to tell you something. You understand everything in English today. So your listening is not so bad. We don't use any Turkish words here. You understand everything. And he's here right now. I can show him. Just wait. Come. He's here. Look at him. Hey, yo. Yes. When you hear the voices, this is him actually. So you are hearing this. This is so big. And he's so naughty. Okay. So Eros, his name. Eros. So tomorrow is our next last lesson. Please join the last lesson because I will inform you about exam and the other things. Homework results are announced on Sunday. I will read them on Sunday. Okay? See you. Bye-bye.